This here is a peace wall. Now these peace walls were put up to celebrate the end of the Troubles. Some people do think they're a bad thing, that they are an eyesore and only serve to keep already divided communities apart. I'm not so sure, but a few towns in the south could benefit from the likes of these walls. Towns like Drogheda, for instance. If it had any sense to cover Drogheda in big walls like these so you could protect your eyes from the kip as you were passing through. The Red Hand of Ulster is one of the few things the two working class English speaking boozing, gambling, music stroke football stroke comedy loving Christ followers have in common. They also claim legendary warrior Cuchulainn for themselves, but they're both bucking wrong because he came from Dundalk. Now, Belfast isn't just famous for the Troubles and that. It's also the place where the Titanic film was made. It was shot in the New Lodge area of the city. Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet were reported to have stayed at the Helga Lodge just off Botanic Avenue. Other things Belfast is famous for is its proud academic tradition. Here's a handful of students enjoying a harmless old St. Patrick's Day. But everything calms down in the end, and to finish off the day, we'll rock the boat. Would you just look at that? That's a 94 Clio for your kid. Of course, who could do a guide to Belfast without mentioning these two things here? Were you in a fucking goggle last night, Bamboo? You hold that fucking camera straight. Some people see all these murals as a bit of a blot in the landscape. Here's one that particularly turned my stomach. This, on the other hand, is one of my favourites. Those were the best days of me life. They say after a nuclear holocaust, only two things in the world would survive. Cockroaches and the Hatfield House, Belfast. The Hatfield remained open for the entire length of the Troubles. That's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day for 29 years. Forget about David Trimble and John Hume's Nobel Peace Prize. The Hatfield should have got a Nobel Prize for business. And of course, no tour of Belfast would be quite the same without a wee visit to this place. That's where they get paid vast amounts of money for talking shite. There's a park. And that's the river. In 1985, Margaret Thatcher was seen holding hands with the Irish President Garth Fitzgerald. When Ian Pacey found out she'd been doing the dirt on him, he was distraught. George Best enjoyed that many drinks waiting for his flight at Belfast Airport over the years that when he died, decided to rename the place after him. If someone was to ask me which community I identify most with, my answer would be I tend not to differentiate. I mean, they're all a bunch of northern feckers when they're driving up your hole on the motorway to Dublin. 30 years of hurt won't go away overnight, and so there'll be references to the past for some time to come. Some people say the taking down of flags and the scaling back of sectarian murals might also help. Some think that the best way forward is more integrated schools, but I'm not sure. When I was in school, we used to kill each other, and we were the same religion. But up here is safer now, and it's all about taking one step at a time.